Thank you for watching Highway 34 Connection. Today's podcast will begin shortly.
Highway 34 Connection is a podcast where a trio of friends who have become brothers sit down and discuss random topics, or even break down a bracket and even discuss American sports and news. Now sit back and relax as we give you our thoughts and honest opinions on the topics at hand. Once again, thanks for picking Highway 34 Connection.
The following podcast may use videos, pictures, news articles, and even audio from another channel. Highway 34 Connection doesn't own the rights to those. We will shout out who or where we get them for the podcasts. They own the copyrights, not us here at Highway 34 Connection. Please remember that all of our podcasts are unscripted, unfiltered, and unedited. Podcasts we do are pro wrestling talk, where we discuss the world of pro wrestling and give spoilers.
Talking Football, where we talk about the current season of the NFL, XFL and USFL, where we give our thoughts on each week of gameplay. We also give our predictions on what teams will win each game.
Conspiracy Theories, we sit down and talk about conspiracy theories and why we think something is real or just a theory.
Let's chat it up. This is a podcast where we just talk about random topics here on the channel. We could talk about anything, so please be warned, our podcasts are intended for mature audiences only.
Welcome to Highway 34 Connection. Hey everybody, it is the Chief here. Just waiting on Insidious to join us. Unfortunately, I just got off the phone with Ghost, and Insidious had just gotten off work, so they haven't watched SmackDown or the Hall of Fame yet. Ghost is waiting for his wife to get off work, so he won't be joining us for his predictions. However, he's supposed to be sending his predictions to me on Facebook so I can read them straight off the laptop. So as soon as Insidious gets in here, we will do our predictions for it. I'm going to look up the matches for NXT tomorrow, and I'll do mine real quick, seeing that neither of them have watched NXT in a while. On the pre-show, it's Shawn Spears versus Joe Gacy. I'm thinking Gacy's gonna win. So then we'll just go right into it. Ilya Dragunov and Tony D'Angelo for the NXT Championship. I don't think they would be pushing Tony the way they have lately if they weren't going to let him win it. So I'm going with Tony D. Triple threat match for the North American title, the champion Obi Femi versus Dijak and Josh Briggs. I've been a fan of Briggs and Dijak for a long time, but I think Obi Femi will retain. NXT Women's Championship match, Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez. No disrespect to Valkyria, but I'm hoping Roxanne Perez whoops that ass. Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker, the Wolf Dogs versus Axiom and Nathan Frazier for the NXT Tag Team titles. What I think is going to happen, what I want to happen, is two different things. I think Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker should retain, but I believe Axiom and Frazier will win the titles. That way they can get the tag titles off of Braun and have him fully on SmackDown. Thea Hale, Fallon Henley, Keone Jordan versus JC Jane, Kiana James, and Izzy Dame with Jasmine Nix at ringside, 6-woman tag. I'm going with Thea Hale, Fallon Henley, and Kiana James. Unfortunately, I'm going against Iowa's Kiana James in this match. Main event, Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams. Whoop that Trick. Trick Williams getting the dub all day long. So there are my predictions for NXT Stand and Deliver. Waiting on Insidious to get in here. I just messaged Ghost, trying to get his thoughts on Wrestlemania, and so far he's not answering. So I'm guessing he's probably driving. Sometime today, Insidious. Yeah, I didn't get the notification for Highway 34 either. See, the Highway 34 is a little delayed. I don't understand it. Because I'm just now getting the notifications for Facebook and everything on my phone. Which is kind of weird. And I think the almighty Insidious is about to join us here.
I am here.
No face today?
Hair's a mess. Just got out of the shower, so there's that.
Okay, that explains why you're
Yeah.
just here. All right. Well, Ghost is unable to attend because he's waiting on his wife to get off work and doesn't want to have to leave in the middle of it.
Yeah, no. I get it.
However, I'm sending him messages on Facebook when we get to a new match, and he's giving us our thoughts and stuff to me straight through Facebook. So night one, I will tell you, you need to watch the Hall of Fame.
I watched bits and pieces of it.
You
Right
need to
before I
watch
answered.
Paul Heyman's entire induction speech, the whole thing.
Yeah. I think he played
That's-
homage to ECW. But I do have a complaint. Why the hell did they have Roman Reigns out of everybody?
What, induction Heyman?
Yes. Out of everybody that Heyman has worked for. Is it because he's worked with Roman Reigns for the past 3 or 4 years?
Well, not just that. The original person they were supposed to have inducted him, they don't want nothing to do with.
Brock.
Which I'm still shocked that Heyman said Brock Lesnar's name like 3 or 4 times.
Well, they can't fine him or suspend him, so there's that.
Yeah.
I mean, they could, but
Legends deal. They don't typically suspend or fine people from Legends deals.
right, that's kind of where I was going. That and my phone's almost dead, so I have it on the charger, but I don't have my fast charger, so it'll just keep draining with the camera on. So.
Yeah, like Scribble said, Paul Heyman can say almost whatever the hell he wants.
Me too. I do it on a daily. Oh man. Yeah, I was watching a little bit of it. Most
Long
part,
work.
it's very long. I was in the smokehouse, so I was covered in bacon grease from arms to face to hair to knees. Yeah.
Well, that makes sense then.
And we got to add the sweat in there.
Yeah. A little bit of everything.
Hey, fatality. Heyman, no. I told him, but I don't think he heard me.
Wow. All right. Right. All right. So WrestleMania predictions. Here we go.
Hey,
First match.
Scribble, we can't say that because Mr. T would tell him no. And then nail him with an uppercut and knock his lights out. So that's like telling Mike Tyson you can't tell him no.
All right, WrestleMania Night 1, Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch is rumored to kick off the show for the Women's World Championship.
Well, let's give it to Rhea now.
Why did he just try calling me knowing that I'm podcasting?
Your ghost, man.
Fucking ghost. I'm waiting for him to message me on Facebook. I didn't mean to call you. All right, so this is what Ghost says about this match. I say Rhea retains because Becky really doesn't need it, and Rhea is on a hot streak. I think to help continue leading or bossing around the Judgment Day, Mommy should retain.
I thought, yeah, I don't know.
Scribble said exactly what I was thinking. And I'm going to say something that every married or single man on the planet would say. Mommy, mommy.
Dominic will beat you.
Thank God I'm the only one awake in the entire house.
Doesn't stop her from going back to listen.
She doesn't listen to these podcasts.
Mm-hmm. She could be my mammy.
Yeah, I see Rhea leaving Judgment Day sooner than later, especially with the whole Dominic Mysterio bullshit from this past Monday.
I was laughing. I know none of you watch Impulsive, but did you watch her interview?
No, but I watched the sit down with Pat McAfee today.
You should have watched her with Logan because he asked her a question that I thought was funny. And
What?
he goes, how does your fiance feel about the whole Dominic thing? And he goes, oh, he gets it because, well, we're in the same line of business, but he gets it. And he goes, but if the rules were reversed, she goes, oh no, I would not be okay with it. And surprising that he is surprises me. But if the rules were reversed, no, I'm a jealous person. It would not be okay.
So what you're saying is, if Julia Hart started calling Buddy Matthews Poppy, she'd be mad. Gotcha.
In other words, you're going to be showing up at AEW in the crowd and jumping over a barricade. I just thought it was funny hearing her because she said it with kind of that smirk, but at the end she smiled like, I ain't joking.
So today, it may have been yesterday, but today I saw it. Pat McAfee asked her why she's around all those bums in the Judgment Day. And Michael Cole speaks up. Let me ask the second part of that question. Why are you around Dominic, Dirty Dom, all the time? Her reply is because he's twice of the man that you'll ever be, Cole.
Ooh.
Pat McAfee nearly choked because it looked like he had just drinking water when the camera wasn't on him.
I did notice something that I caught the other day. And speaking of announcers, how do you feel about Bad News Barrett being turned back in there? I mean, how do you feel about it? I mean, there for a while they just called him Barrett, but now they got Bad News every time when he's on SmackDown. They go, how do you feel about it? Bad News.
Yeah, I caught that this past week.
I like it, but I'm wondering if they're not trying to return his gimmick. That was the best gimmick he ever had, in my opinion. And I know Ghost would agree with that.
Ghost is trying to send me an audio clip, but they're not one. Oh, he just sent me one, but I'll listen to it here in a minute.
Why doesn't he talk in chat?
He's talking on Facebook.
Yeah, why doesn't he just come into the chat?
He's driving. That's why he's doing audio chat, so I can guarantee it.
He can do auto text in the chat.
I don't know.
I do it all the time while driving.
Yeah, no, but I was becoming a non hands-free state here.
I don't give a fuck.
I know you don't.
They'll say, when they tell me non-hands-free and I see a cop doing it, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I know. I saw one doing it the other day. So, second match is Judgment Day's Finn Balor and Damian Priest defending the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships against DIY's Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Awesome Truth, Miz and R-Truth, the New Day's Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, A-Town Downs, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, and the New Catch Republic, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
Fatality? Do I want to know how you pulled that off?
And the rules for this 6-pack ladder match is both sets of the titles have to be pulled down in order for the match to be
that makes sense.
I don't see that happening, and here's why. They've been wanting the tag titles to be split for a while. So what I see happening is Awesome Truth, Miz and Truth, grabbing the Raw titles. I see Truth grabbing the Raw titles, him getting down thinking that they've won the entire match. And then a SmackDown tag team such as A-Town Down grows up and gets the SmackDown titles. That would split the titles. At least that's what I'm hoping. But I'm hoping it's either Awesome Truth and DIY for Raw or New Day and New Catch Republic for Smack.
I have a feeling that it's going to be Judgment Day with both titles.
I don't think it will. And here's why. If they're wanting to pull a Seth Rollins and have Priest cash in on night 2 and have Finn stop him like he's supposed to have been this entire time, and then they're gonna lose the titles, and Finn turning on him would be the ideal way of stopping him from cashing in. Anywho, I'm gonna hit play.
Well, who says it'll be him and Finn? It could be him and Dom.
The champs are him and Finn.
Yeah, but they could pull a new
Dom's already in a match.
Dom's in a match. So was the New Day. You don't remember that when they said if we're champions, we're all champions?
Like Scribble just said, it would give Priest more of a reason to want to cash in if they lose the tag titles.
Fair enough. But which title could he interfere on? He could go for the U.S. Intercontinental.
It'll be the World Heavyweight. If Seth retains, they'll probably have him cash in on Seth. That way Seth can have surgery. If Drew wins it, they could have him cash in on Drew, and then Priest and Drew could feud over it while Seth's out recovering.
I don't know if...
Here's another thing that I could see happening. During the tag team match, I could see Seth being injured, and they have to strip him of the title. Drew wants to hand it to him, and then Priest walks up to Pierce and says, "Fuck that. You're not just giving the title to McIntyre. I'm using this Money in the Bank to cash in, and I'll fight McIntyre."
Michael, if you're watching,
too.
Michael, if you're watching, please fix the cat.
That's my cat.
I know. Michael needs to go fix it. I don't know. I don't see Seth giving it up easy because it said his knee's healed.
His back's what's fucked.
Last I knew, he's already had surgery on that, and it didn't really help.
He hasn't had surgery. But I'm going to hit play so we can hear what Dumbass has to say. If it'll play here.
I'm thinking it's going to either be the Judgment Day retains, or DIY wins, or Awesome Truth wins. I'm leaning towards Awesome Truth, and I'm thinking Truth will do something funny, like I said, like he'll grab the titles and then think he's still with Judgment Day.
Very true.
And they actually may take them, which causes the whole rift about splitting the titles or whatnot. Oh, I mean, I thought what you said about one team grabbing one team grabbing another, but don't they usually have them on that yellow hook these days? So my money is either on Awesome Truth Awesome Truth wins, or the Judgment Day retains. But personally, I would love to see DIY get it, but that's how it works with me. I'm guessing, prediction-wise, Awesome Truth wins or Judgment Day retains, but I would like to see DIY get it.
Did you hear that? Did any of you hear what Ghost just said in that recording? So I don't have to say it.
Yes, unfortunately, we all heard.
Okay. So he's going. Yeah, he's going. Fatality, yeah, breaking her home. Yeah. I follow them both on TikTok, but I know Seth's supposed to have surgery and Becky's supposed to be going on a book tour.
Me too.
And Ghost and you didn't watch SmackDown, so when I type this in the chat, he's going to be like, what? Because there's been a change to a match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I was in the process of looking through it when I joined you. So I didn't get a chance to go through the whole Hall of Fame, and I didn't get a chance to go through all of SmackDown. So.
Becky is going on a book tour. My bad. So Dragon Lee was attacked backstage.
Yes.
And I think it was Carlito that attacked him. And Andrade stabbed Escobar and Mysterio in the back and is joining Rey at WrestleMania to fight Delgado and Mysterio. So, with that said, I believe Mysterio and Andrade will defeat Santos and Mysterio.
So what happened?
All right, so Dragon Lee, who's supposed to be teaming with Rey Mysterio, was attacked backstage.
By who?
Won't be killed. Nobody knows yet. It's a mystery, but I'm guessing Carlito. Because every time he appoints someone else to team with him, Carlito gives him this dumb look. So I'm thinking Carlito attacked Dragon Lee in hopes that he would be able to team with Rey.
I don't know. I'm thinking it could go the other way around. Because they didn't like the fact Dragon Lee was teaming with him. You've seen it on their face.
Yeah.
So they could have took him out at the jump.
Yeah. All right, let's see what Dum Dum says.
Okay, so with this one I'm kind of torn because part of me thinks it's Andrade. I thought it was. I didn't know Andrade joined him. I thought his partner was Dragon Lee. What happened?
Like I said, he didn't watch SmackDown.
I'm not catching up on. Okay, I don't know. I mean,
What?
I'm kind of torn about what's going to happen.
Spoiler.
Ray and Andrade versus Dominic and Escobar. I mean, Andrade just returned, so I'm thinking they would want to give him the win. But Ray beat Dom last year. Dom may want to beat Ray this year. So And I'm thinking Andrade may turn soon or something or whatnot, because Andrade's always been better as a heel. I don't know. Give my vote to Dom and Escobar.
Oh, okay. I get you, Scribble. Now, excuse me for a moment. I'm going to send him a voice clip back. After I let microphone and everything. So, SmackDown, you haven't watched it. Dragon Lee was attacked by a mystery man backstage. Carlito was the first one to find him. Then Ray was told that he won't be cleared in time for tomorrow. But before he was told that he wouldn't be cleared, Dominic and Escobar were at ringside when Elektra Lopez defeated Selena. They started beating the hell out of Ray. They kept pushing Andrade. Andrade took care of both of them, helped Ray up, shook Ray's hand, and then Selena jumped on Andrade and they started hugging since she used to be his old manager. Fast forward, Andrade steps up to team with Ray, which pisses off Carlito. So I think Carlito probably attacked Dragon Lee.
So,
That's what I'm hoping for right there.
yeah, him and Rhea need to go on their honeymoon.
No, you mean Dom and his actual wife need to go on their honeymoon.
That too.
That's why I see. Actually, what would be hilarious is during the pre-show, Dominic is shown laid out, and says he found a new tag partner, and that's when Carlito walks out.
We still have yet. We do know one person is two people will be there. Just not sure of the matches yet, or what they're going to do. But Cena could also be a surprise partner.
Yeah, anything can happen. I just thought it was funny how I blindsided Ghost and his wife. When you don't watch SmackDown and there's a podcast that you're going to discuss the event, not my fault.
Sure, Scribble. Why not?
I want to go. Anywho, moving on.
Whoa. No objections. It could be a three-way honeymoon. No, three the crowd.
Wait. I'm confused. Is Vitaly saying he wants to go, or...
Yes.
Because I said I wanted to go. That's now that... Okay, this is completely off the rails now.
Now four's completely a crowd.
No, he just gets his wife and I get Rhea. Anywho, moving on.
I'm thinking Carlito's going to cost them the win. So, again, my vote goes to Dom and Escobar. I'm going to go with Jay Uso. If it's straight up one-on-one, I'm going with Jay. But, I'm thinking Solo may interfere. But if it stays one-on-one, they'll probably give it to Jay.
So that leads us into our next matchup. Yeah, I was thinking that, Scribble. Jimmy versus Jay Uso. Brother versus brother.
Go with Jay.
I'm going with Jay too, and that totally looked wrong when I just did that just now.
Because that is supposedly the weekend where the bloodline crumbles, and it doesn't make sense for Jimmy to win.
It doesn't make sense for Ghost to win.
Okay.
Which one left the bloodline?
Jay Uso. Main event, Jay Uso's on Raw. And I know when we get to the undisputed title match, you're all gonna call me fucking crazy. Yeah, I think Jay's gonna win too. Because I was thinking about something earlier, and I think it'd be really fuckered up. But that's the last match we're going over. Next match was officially added this week. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi versus Damage Control's Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane.
Agreed, Fatality. Agreed.
But I don't see Jimmy winning.
I don't see Damage Control winning, so.
Yeah, with Jade Cargill on that team, if they're wanting her to go undefeated in WWE once she makes her debut, like AEW did when she signed there, I don't see her losing. I think this is the year that Damage Control falls at WrestleMania.
Well, let's be frank here, though. I mean, she would have to be pinned to count as a defeat. So she could still be undefeated, but she wouldn't be undefeated as a team.
Yeah, I don't see Belair, Cargill, and Naomi losing. I'm not going to lie, I actually wish they would have made this for the tag team titles, to where any of the three, Belair, Cargill, or Naomi, could defend them. But that's just my thoughts.
Fair enough.
Come on, Ghost. I guess we'll get his thoughts on that tag match here in a little bit. He's probably driving.
Driving himself nuts.
Yeah, I'm surprised. He's been driving me nuts for 30 years. What are you talking about?
I'm saying. In Fatality, I agree. I see Dakota turn on Damage Control.
I don't. So next match is the IC title match: Gunther versus Sami Zayn.
It's going to be Gunther.
Yeah. No offense to Sami, but I don't see the IC title reign ending yet.
I still think they should be talking about it more than what they do. They like bringing Roman up every 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's the only way Sami will win at Mania, is if they have plans for him to go for the world title.
Don't get me wrong, I like Gunther on the mic. He's got good mic skills. I just think that it's stupid how we have to hear about Roman's undefeated streak, but you hear nothing about Gunther's that much.
Yeah, and Gunther's is actually undefeated.
Yeah.
Roman isn't. He got pinned by Jay.
Yeah.
In a tag match.
They should have let Jay win it.
Another reason why I think Sami has a chance is because Gunther's wife, who used to work in NXT UK, Jenny, just had their baby, I think a week or two ago. So if he loses, he could go back home and spend time with his newborn child.
But Scribble, that's what makes him a good heel. That's why he makes the big bucks, because you can't stand him.
I can stand Gunther more than I can Logan Paul.
Logan Paul makes a good heel too. And he
All right,
ain't
let's
got to diss the crowd to do it. That's the funny thing.
The only thing I like about Logan Paul is the fact that his strawberry banana prime is the only thing that I can actually drink from his prime
Actually,
company.
I do like how he shows homage to William Regal by using the power of the punch.
Yeah. All right. So here's Ghost's thoughts on the last two matches.
We both know Damage Control isn't winning. They can't let Asuka win at WrestleMania because what Heidi pointed out, she's 0 and what? Everything else?
Yeah,
at 0 and 6 or something at WrestleMania. And they gotta let Bianca keep winning. So keep her undefeated. So yeah, you know who's going to win. That's the only reason why the titles are on the line. That way, these Bianca and Jay can win.
Okay, Ghost, forget the point.
The only reason the titles ain't on the line. That's for Gunther and Zayn. Gunther should not lose to Zayn because he destroy the major push that he has. Unless someone turns on him or someone interferes, Gunther should not lose the title to Zayn one-on-one like that. So my vote's to Gunther on that.
That thing is,
let's say there's an interference or a distraction.
Hey, he's like he's actually here.
That's the only way he should be allowed to lose.
The bad thing is, I knew Ghost was gonna Ghost. Ghost. I'm tired. Leave me alone.
Hey,
I knew Ghost.
If it walks like a goose, looks like a goose, it must be a goose.
He's a quack, all right.
That's why I was being a smartass. God forbid, Ghost. Just say yes. Who you're going for. We don't need a whole storyline behind it. Well,
but yeah,
no goose. Does it eject like a goose too? Sure, why not?
Actually, I was just thinking. I could see Gunther losing and winning, but by either way of these. What if Chad Gable's only trying to help train Sammy to beat Gunther, just so he can help Gunther beat Sammy, so he gets the next title shot, or he helps Zayn beat Gunther for the title, and then the next night on Raw he challenges Sammy for the title.
The only thing that's gonna fuck Sammy against Gunther is that Halua kick. That's what's gonna screw him.
Yeah, because that Halua kick ain't gonna do shit to Gunther.
It will, but he'll just counter it.
I honestly think
he would have better luck going. He would have better luck going for his AM submission, in my opinion.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say. I think Sammy needs to pull out the Koji clutch out of his arsenal. He hasn't used it in a while. Yeah. I know it's a head submission that Gunther can power out of it, but if you keep applying it the whole freaking match, you could get Gunther to tap.
Follow it up with a rear naked choke.
Or what would be funny is he gets the Koji clutch on, Gunther's about to tap, and one of his Imperium boys throw in the towel.
That's how it became a ghost.
Goosed.
I was gonna say that. So from now on, it's Daddy Goosed.
The main event. The main event for night one. The Bloodline, The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins.
Why don't we just give it to The Rock and Roman now? Yep, Fatality said the same thing I did.
I can make that happen, Scribble. See, I have my thoughts on this match, but I want to get Insidious and Ghost before... Excuse me. Correction. I want to get Insidious and Ghosts before I say what I think is going to happen.
I don't have an an opinion on what's going to happen. I just know one way or another it's going to come down to the bloodline winning. But it ain't going to be by fairness, I guarantee it. Jay will interfere somewhere or Solo. Because Solo don't
You
have a
mean
match in
Jimmy?
night one.
You mean Jimmy?
No, Solo. Solo don't have a match in night
No,
one.
but you said Jay would interfere.
Yeah, I meant Jim. No, Jimmy wouldn't. Why would Jimmy or Jay interfere? They got a match. The only one that
Yeah.
doesn't Solo.
Yeah. All right. So here's what Dumbass had to say.
Well, I would just stay with the bloodline because you know where I stay with this, but considering how the bloodline's been getting the advantage like the last 3 weeks, because usually at WrestleMania, what happens is the person that had the advantage the whole, like the majority of the time, is the one that loses at WrestleMania, unless something happened on SmackDown that I didn't catch. I didn't watch SmackDown. Like Seth and Cody got revenge.
That's right, Seth, Jimmy, and Jay.
I mean, it would be smart to have the Bloodline win, only to get the Bloodline rules match in at Sunday. That way, what needs to happen to Roman, aka Rock, let him know who the real head of the family is, could happen. But I think the Bloodline should win, but I'm just not seeing it happen.
If it happens, turn it on Roman, it'll be after he wins the match and holds them titles because he wants to fight him for the title.
All right. So here's what I think is going to happen on this main event night one. The Bloodline wins. Rock pins Seth. Or pins Cody. The Rock wins the match. Which sets up for Bloodline rules on night two. Night two, the Bloodline's beating the shit out of Seth and Cody. Or beating the shit out of Cody. Seth's already had his match because it's rumored that Seth and Drew are going to kick off night two. Seth comes down, even though he's not in great shape, to try to help Cody. Jay comes down to try to help. They're still getting their asses beat. Glass shatters, out walks Austin because of his rivalry with Rock at WrestleMania. He walks out, drops a start stunner, goes and stunners Rock, gets speared by Roman. That distraction costs Roman. He gets crossroads, gets pinned, 1, 2, 3. Roman's pissed, yelling at The Rock, how could you cost me my title, da-da-da-da. And then SmackDown, Rock's like, I didn't lose at WrestleMania, you did. Because Rock won on night one. Or, Bloodline rules, Seth's getting his ass beat, Rock walks down, everybody think he's going to go for Roman, or go for Seth, or Cody. He spins Roman around, hits the rock bottom on Roman. Because it doesn't have to be for the titles. Alright, night two, like I said, the very first match. Seth and Drew, world title. Which we pretty much hinted at this already.
I think
yeah, I did. That's what made me think of Austin, Scribble.
Yeah, Cena and Austin could both end up down there.
Yeah.
Because Cena's had a feud with Roman, too.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I think it'd be funny as if all the people that Roman's beat in the last 3 years to keep that title run down to help Cody.
You know what? And if that's the case, it should be Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes and a lumberjack.
Because he's beaten Cody. So, back in Cody, there would be Jay. There would be Cena. Brock, which we won't know, he won't be there.
LA Knight,
A whole bunch of different ones.
AJ Styles.
I don't see Styles and Knight running down because they have a match later on the card.
Doesn't matter.
So Seth and Drew, who do you think's winning?
I'm gonna go with Seth.
And Ghost?
It's gonna go with Drew.
Drew McIntyre is my pick.
I freaking knew it.
Match.
I called that shit.
But either way, I don't think either one of them walks out with the title. I am so convinced that Judgment Day is going to attack both of them, and Priest is going to do what he has to do. And if he does it, then I'd be completely surprised.
So he's going with Drew if Priest doesn't cash in.
It's that time in the morning to drink some fucking beer.
No. You brought up Knight and Styles. What I can see is the two of them brawling backstage, and they end up in the ring and they start battling everybody else. And then they start battling each other right through the crowd. Because they don't want to wait for their match. I know I'm from Iowa and Seth's an Iowa boy, but I don't see him walking out of there with the belt.
I don't know.
I want him to, but I don't think he will.
Iowa girls won tonight.
Yep, they're going to the finals against South Carolina.
Yep. I'm excited, man. And it sucks. We're going to suck again next year, though.
So who you saying? You thinking Drew?
I'm going with Seth.
I'm not going with Drew, but I don't see Seth leaving with the title, which means I think Priest's going to cash in. And then this match was made last week. The Pride versus the Final Testament. Bobby Lashley, the Street Profits, with B-Fab versus Cross, Akam, Rezar, with Scarlett and Paul Ellering at ringside. And I'll go first. I think the Final Testament's going to whoop that ass. Let's see what dumb fuck says.
Final Testament needs to win. That's what I'm backing. That's what I'm saying. Needs to win. That's my prediction.
He's going with me, Final Testament. Insidious, are you muting your phone, whatever, so you can't hear me?
I hear you.
Oh, well, you had a remote. I didn't know what you were doing. So the Pride versus the Final Testament.
Final Testament.
Chat, who you going with?
They're going with The Rock.
Nope, Final Testament. Yeah, I think everybody thinks Final Testament's going to win. Paste. Well, I already brought it up. LA Knight versus AJ Styles. If the match takes place, if they don't beat the shit out of each other before the match. I'm going with Knight because he's been on a hell of a roll. Insidious.
Huh.
Knight and Styles.
LA Knight.
Come on, Ghost. Come on, Goose. Oh, great. This is 52 seconds. He's going to say something fucking stupid.
I mean,
wasn't punishment enough.
everyone want LA Knight to win to keep his push going, but
Forget all state.
I don't think it would be a bad thing for his career if he lost to Styles. I think it depends on.
It was almost as good as mine.
These two have proven that they should be like next in line for a title shot. So I think it just depends on how everything plays out. Like face versus
Good afternoon. Is that how it goes?
I mean,
On this video, we're going to talk about those. See Boston.
Alright. So, I don't know what the heck Insidious is watching, but I'm muted so y'all could hear that. Ghost is picking Styles. I'm picking Knight. Scribble's picking Knight. Now that you're unmuted, what you picking?
I told you I'm picking Knight. Told you that before you even played the video.
Video. It was an audio, but anywho. So
Whatever.
Ghost is the only one going with Styles. All right. This match, I can't believe I'm getting ready to say what I'm going to say here in a minute. Logan Paul defends the United States title against Kevin Owens and the Viper, Randy Orton.
I'm going with Logan.
Just like that, you're going with the Logan Paul's going to retain.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He's got the power of the punch, man. And you know what's funny is, and people can hate me for this all they want, he plays it so well, just like Regal did. It's amazing. I did not think anybody else could play it as good as Regal. But Logan's doing a pretty good job at selling it. And he's being just as hated as William Regal did when he uses it. And I love it.
All right,
And
here's
because
Ghost's
of-
prediction.
And because of that is why I'm going with Logan Paul.
Okay.
now, personally, I think Paul should retain. I mean, let's face it, Orton does not need a United States title run, and at all. And Owens, I don't know. Does he really also need it at this point? I mean, Paul's promoting well. He's doing a good job. Despite being a part-timer, he's not acting like a part-timer.
I agree, Scribble.
So, he even had a match on SmackDown not too long ago, so I'm okay with Paul retaining.
Okay, I'm going to counter what Ghost just said. He said neither one of the other two deserve the title. I'm sorry. Who did Logan cost in the Elimination Chamber? Orton. So if any of those, if I know it's going to be an implode between Orton and Owens, and that's why Logan Paul is going to retain, because he'll capitalize on their destruction. So yeah, I'm obviously going with Logan Paul, but I want Orton to win. I did not say do that, you stupid thing. See if I can make him give me another full minute here. Yeah, I hate his personality too. All I gotta say is if Logan Paul loses or gets knocked out, his brother has the same fate, so it's okay. We all know Mike Tyson's gonna beat Logan's brother.
Hey, speaking of Mike, I found something interesting from 1996 that I didn't know. There was this guy they called Big Bear, and he was a big old dude. Mike Tyson gets in the ring, looks at him and goes, "Sign the contract, big boy. Sign the contract." I'm like, that's where he got that from when he said that to Jake. But I also found something very interesting also, and I want to bring this up because it is a wrestling topic as well. So apparently, again, you guys did not watch Impulsive. Jake said something, I mean, Logan did, where he said he got the Tyson deal first. Both Tyson and Jake said that was a damn lie. And it actually kind of hurt Jake a little bit that his brother would throw him under the bus like that and tell a lie. And I get it because, dude, wouldn't that not piss off anybody that your brother's trying to take your spotlight away?
But what if he's not lying? What if he did get offered it without either of them knowing and he had to turn it down because of WWE?
No. Mike Tyson said he never sent him a contract.
Okay.
If he did, you would have seen the same thing that he did with Jake. It would have been publicized. He publicized it immediately.
Oh, no, I saw the video of his T-shirt.
Yes, that was publicized. So the thing with Logan is, I had the contract first. No, you never had it. And for him to come out and say that, it's kind of like a slap in Jake's face.
But no, after that's done, I can see Mike using his WWE deals. Give me Logan. And I can see WWE doing it just because of the UFC being its co-partner. All right, so back to WrestleMania.
And the fact that they're paying him a lot of money for Prime on top of his contract.
Yeah. Io Sky defends against Bayley.
Bayley.
Damage control needs to end. And here.
Personally, don't really care. I mean, because what I think's going to happen or not, the same thing. I don't think Io should be giving up her reign just yet. But let's face it, her reign is kind of sloppy. You know, I mean, that was the same thing with her NXT title reign, too. It's sloppy. She's a great talent. She wins. She's entertaining to watch. When she won the title, both NXT title and the women's title, everyone cheered her, despite her being a heel on both times. They loved her. Just, when she has the title, she just flakes it. I don't know why. So I'm assuming Bayley's going to get it. So, I don't know.
So he wants Io to retain, but he thinks Bayley's getting it.
I don't understand why, but I mean, I like Io, but when it comes down to it, Bayley's done more, I think.
Oh, yeah. And she hasn't had a title in a while.
No. That's why I think Bayley.
Sorry, I was typing. Main event of WrestleMania Night 2, Cody Rhodes for the second year in a row challenges Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Championship.
I'm not going to give a prediction for this one because I really don't know. We won't know until what all cards unfold that night.
On night 1, yeah.
Even night 2. I mean, anything can happen. I mean, like you said, we got multiple scenarios to this match that can happen. And if
I
Cena
see Cody winning it no matter what.
Cena and Stone Cold do not appear anytime in night 1 or in the middle of night 2, it'll be at the end of night 2, and then we can say we're actually right.
Yeah, I see Rhodes winning.
I don't know
And
yet.
Here's why. Roman Reigns is slated to take an extended leave of absence.
He's been on a leave of absence for the past 3 years.
This one is supposed to be till at least November.
Like I said, he only wrestles like 3 times a year.
Yeah, he's going to be filming, I think, the new Hobbs and Shaw, and then I guess he's supposed to make an appearance in the new Fast and Furious movie that they got to build, that they got to make.
Let's face it, he's on his way out of wrestling.
Oh yeah, he openly said that when he loses the title, he's leaving. That's why I think Cody will win. And I did tell Michael to give me both his predictions with Bloodline rules and without. So here's his 30 seconds.
With Bloodline rules, Cody Rhodes. Without Bloodline rules, Roman Reigns.
And I'm going to tell you what.
Might get it on that, but if Bloodline rules is on, Cody's definitely getting it. If it's not on, of a straight one-on-one, I'm going to go with Roman. Unless Priest does something strange and then catches it on them instead. I mean, that's a possibility. I mean, if Bloodline is banned from ringside, that doesn't necessarily mean the Judgment Day is.
Man's got a point.
Mm-hmm.
Rhea distracts the ref.
Honestly, what I think happening is Cody's winning no matter what. But if Priest doesn't cash in on Drew and Seth, there's a chance he could make an appearance.
But here's the question I got. Here's the question I got.
Judgment Day runs down, I see Bloodline running down to take out Judgment Day. They just can't attack Cody.
Oh, they could. They easily could, because the moment they either give it a disqualification or not, as soon as he hands that briefcase, the match is restarted. Cody would be eliminated from the match.
No, it becomes a triple threat.
Does it? Even if Cody wins by disqualification, if he hits him with the briefcase and hands it over? Doesn't that do a whole new match?
Yeah, that'll start a whole new match, yes.
That's what I'm saying. He hits Roman with the briefcase. The ref signals for the bell for a DQ, hands in the briefcase. That contends as a whole new match.
But so yeah, I think we're going to have to do a part. I'm going to want to do a part 2 with predictions after night 1. That way we can do the actual prediction for the main event between Roman and Cody.
See?
And I'm going to be funny here.
But that would screw Cody and The Rock and Roman at the same time if Priest did that.
I just sent Michael another match, even though there isn't another match. I'm like Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
Damn, that would really suck.
Huh.
Come to think about it, if Priest did actually successfully cash that in like that, nobody wins. Everybody gets fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Because that screws The Rock. That screws everybody.
Because during that tag match, if all hell breaks loose, Roman, Rock, Cody, Seth, they're all 4 laid out. He could run down, cash in, and both champions are on their back.
You're talking about tag or what? What do you
During
mean?
that tag match on night 1, if they all 4 knock each other out, this is what I would do if I was Priest. They're all 4 knocked out. Priest runs down, hands the referee the brownie briefcase, and now becomes a match for the title. Nobody knows what title he's getting. He drags Roman to the center ring. He drags Seth to the center of the ring. Covers both of them.
Scribble, he already is the longest title holder. He has surpassed everybody, even though me and Ghost are trying to figure out how, because it's a new title. It doesn't count.
No, she's taking the longest title in general.
He already holds that title.
No, he doesn't.
The last I knew, he's number one on the list of the longest reigning.
Modern era.
The last I knew, he passed Bruno Sammartino.
No. Fuck no. Technically, in my eyes, he ain't passing anybody because those are all WWE titles and they keep calling it Universal, so.
It says here, we're at top 10. John Cena is 8th on that list. CM Punk is 7th. Rock is 6th. Roman's at 4th at 1,300 plus days. Hogan is at number 3. 2 is Bob Buckland. And number 1 is Bruno Sammartino at 2,803 days.
Yeah, he hasn't passed it yet.
But when was this posted? January 20th. But as of March 25th, they still have Roman at 1,299 days.
His current reign is 1,312 days.
So he's coming up on Hulk Hogan. Yeah. Which I'm still agreeing with you, though. It's a whole new title. The hell does it matter?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, right now Roman is in 4th. He's passed Bruno's first record of 1,237.
But I just don't understand why they're so focused on it. It's a new title. And it's the Universal title. It is not the WWE title.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, that title, and technically, it's been changed. The logo's been changed. So that title is not the title. If Cody was smart, he should have went with Seth's title because that is the original title.
No, it ain't.
World Heavyweight.
It's a whole new title because they have the big WWE logo inside it.
But wasn't that called the World Heavyweight title, though?
Yeah, but it's a new version.
But that's the original title in that era was the World Heavyweight title. That's all there was. Universal did not exist.
The title Seth has was the old gold belt from WCW.
I know, but what I'm saying is the title of the title name of itself is what I'm referencing to.
Yeah,
that is from the then era, which would have been what Dusty, Hogan, all of them would have held because there was no Universal title. It did not exist in that time.
If they want him to beat the number 1 record, he would have to hold on. Roman would have to hold on to that title till May 1st, 2028.
He won't stay popular that long, and they know it.
He's not exactly to be number 1. He would have to hold it for 1,491 more days.
And he ain't that popular, like I said, and they know it.
Cody Rhodes has more books, has more merch sales than any superstar right now.
I agree.
But I will say this, there's been rumors circulating around that Cody's going to beat Roman. And I think Cody's going to beat Roman because of this. It's being speculated that Cody has been working on a customized WWE Championship belt to get rid of the belt that Roman has. For one. For two, Triple H, on Impulsive, announced that there will be a post-WrestleMania draft.
Yeah, I was seeing that.
Which means, and I think this would be how funny, Cody beats Roman, wins the Universal title, goes to SmackDown. Whoever owns the world title on Raw gets drafted to SmackDown. Cody gets drafted back to Raw.
I could see that.
And then they have Roman come back and win the world title.
Just 8 years later.
Yeah. He's not answering my question about Tyson and Jake Paul. You motherfucker. He hasn't even looked at it.
Because he doesn't care.
Probably because he ain't paying attention to his damn phone anymore.
Okay, Fatality, who do you got? Jake Paul or Mike Tyson? Bear in mind, he'll be 58 years old when that fight happens. I'm going with Iron Mike. I've seen the training videos on both of them. Mike's stronger and faster. But I do agree, though, if Paul has a chance to win, he would need to stay away from him and gas him out for at least the 4th round to have any shot. Yeah, but this is Mike Tyson. He only needs one clean left hook. And I don't know if he's ever been hit by anybody harder than Mike Tyson. Need to. That's what I'm saying. And he's really good at it. Boxing, but nice. I'll watch it. It still made sense. It's okay. You know, people said that a lot of boxers said that he would never land that left hook, and he always finds a way to land it. Yeah, but he moves too slow. I've noticed that watching some of his fights, he ain't as fast as some of the other fighters. And he has fought technically a bunch of people that shouldn't even be in a boxing ring. Nate Diaz ain't a boxer. Now, if it went into MMA, Nate would freaking just roast Jake Paul. Roast him. I thought it was funny when he tried to lure Conor McGregor into getting in a boxing ring. He goes, "Come on over to the octagon. I'll show you something." You see how quick he jumped on that deal. But Conor fought Mayweather, And the results were the same as Jake Paul. Fatality, have you watched any of Mike Tyson's training videos lately? The newest ones that he put up? Oh, and I learned something new, Chief.
Huh?
Tyson will not be taking his CBD gummies that keep his inner rage locked down. He said that it's what keeps the beast contained inside. They said, so what does that mean for Jake Paul? And he goes, bad news for him, because my emotions, that's how I control them. And without it, it's going to be a bad day for him. I was like, uh-oh. That means the old Mike's going to come out. The killer Mike. The killer Mike.
Give me one second.
He said he missed him. If you get a chance, Fatality, actually, I'll send a clip through Snap. When I get a chance, and I wish I could do it here, but I can't share screen off my phone, or I would. Damn, it doesn't allow me to. It does not allow me to share screen. Well,
not on mobile.
Well, that's stupid. Does expect me to send a clip on here then? You would think that if you could do it off a computer, they sure as hell should be able to let you do it on here.
Nope.
Well, that's ridiculous.
You're frozen. Insidious. Is he frozen in your guys' end? Okay, I'm gonna give it a couple minutes, and then if not, oh, there, I see him moving now.
What the hell? I could hear you. I was talking back. That's fucking weird.
Did you exit close up, and go to a different page?
No.
That's weird.
Yeah, very.
I have nothing else. Do you have anything else to add to this?
No, I have nothing.
All right, well, we're gonna raid off. We're gonna raid Itachi, aka Mortem 9. He's playing Sleeping Dogs Definition Edition. He's trying to get affiliate tonight. So all three of our channels are gonna raid him.
Oh, nice.
Try to get him a little bit closer. But I'm gonna head to bed because my neck hurts. We have the grandkids. Wife has to work. They'll be waking me up about 6, 7 o'clock in the morning.
And I'll probably doing a conspiracy in the morning.
And then I will be up all day till the end of WrestleMania to do this all over again.
And I'll be at work until 10:30. So I'll be watching it as I can.
Oh, and Scribble update. I have no pain in my right knee. Got the cortisone shot today. However, I am making an appointment for the local new orthopedic doctor here to try to get a second opinion on my knee. Sure.
Knees, I think, are a hard thing because the wife just had one done too. She had an MRI done of her knee, and they said hers didn't find anything.
Well, I just got access to the My Charts from Ottumwa Hospital, and it said there's a tear, what they call a buckle tear, and I looked it up, and they said that requires immediate surgery.
We don't have surgeons here. You would have to get your second opinion out of Iowa City.
Ottumwa has an orthopedic doctor. That's a surgeon.
Yeah, when they want to pay him. Have you noticed they shut down our ICU? We don't have no money.
No, I don't live in Ottumwa. My ICU's always up and running.
Not ours. They don't want to pay anybody.
That's why if I have surgery, it'll be here.
That's why they life flight everybody out to Iowa City or Des Moines.
They bring them here too. You would not believe how many times I've been out to the hospital and I've seen them.
I can answer your question on that. The reason why they tell you you're fine is because you're too young. They don't like doing hip replacements unless you're almost 50. And it's the same way. It's the same way with knee replacements.
I don't want a knee replacement. I just want them to fix my damn tear.
That's why they won't look at them. And I do have something I want to add. What is the freaking point of health insurance? They obviously know more than your doctor. My cousin went out for an MRI. This is what the insurance told her. The insurance told her that they would not cover the MRI because she was not in the hospital. That makes no damn sense to me. They know more than the doctor now. They're an insurance company. That's what I said. What in the hell do you pay for? I pay $40 a week. For what? For them to tell me what that they know more than my doctor? Anyways, rant over. I'm gonna hop off here and head to bed.
Yeah, because you work tomorrow, don't you?
Yep, gotta be there at 2:00. We weren't supposed to work, and it was kind of a last minute thing. So, yeah. Happy Friday, happy Thursday to me. You're working.
Another reason I want to go to bed is I know my blood sugar is high, so I'm going to go to bed. They say drink a whole bunch of water. It'll make you pee faster to get rid of your blood sugar. I've had 3 cups of this already. So on that note, I'm not going to message you WrestleMania results unless you ask me to.
Oh, I'll be watching as I'm working. I have Peacock on my phone.
And before you joined, I did my NXT predictions, but you don't watch NXT, so I'm not going to ask you.
No.
All right, so we're going to go rate Itachi here.
All right, I'm going to back out. So, see you guys later.
Later.
Bye.
I just got to send all these. And Two's over there trying to say goodnight to y'all. Dumb twat needs to shut up. Alright, I'm going to mute R3. Turn his down real quick. Alright, so if you're on Ghost streaming, you're rating first. Have a good night. If you're on Insidious, why isn't the rate thing popping up? We'll get to it here in a minute. See y'all tomorrow. Oh, I always am.